Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and my Allegro project. In today's video, can we get the car to run and drive? That would be nice, wouldn't it? So this morning I thought I'd start early. I went out just after 9 o'clock, I put some coolant in the car, and immediately we had Niagara Falls from the water pump. Great. So that has all had to come off again this morning, which has meant the alternator, because the bolts were that passed through the water pump, one of the top engine mounts, that's had to come out of the way as well. So I was not a happy bunny. So I've reused the original gasket and siliconed the hell out of it, cleaning up the surfaces so we've got a decent seal, hopefully. I just put some coolant in that, and that now doesn't appear to be leaking. So we're now back to exactly where we were before. Anyway, I need to talk to you about distributors. Right, distributors, and why I've got 3 here, well I'll go into that in a second. This is a Lucas 45D4 as fitted to an A series engine up to the mid 70s. It has the most commonly known red point system condenser. It's quite straightforward to set. You put a little screwdriver in there, adjust it left and right, and that opens and closes the points. You then tighten them down with that screw there, and that's how you set your points gap. Simples. On the underside you have the drive dog, or blades if you like. Notice how thin they are. That is just how a 45D distributor is. That gets turned by the engine. That's what opens and closes your points. We now have what should be a 59D. This is an A+ distributor. It has significantly different or wider blades on the underside. So that early distributor will not fit into this engine because of the gearing. However, it has the red point system. Now, I'm having issues with this distributor, like I said in the last video. The points aren't opening and closing correctly. I've tried several times to readjust them. I even changed the points in case there was a manufacturing defect. None of this cured it. So as the distributor is rotating on the pickup points or the cam lobe, on the 4th one, the gap is significantly different. That's why I'm getting the misfire, because the points aren't opening and closing correctly. If this is just an A+ distributor, does it have a different set of points, or is it meant to? So I googled Lucas A+ distributor points, and I came up with this. This is the Lucas Blue points, which is what a 59D distributor should have, or rather an A+ distributor should have. However, what should be a 59D distributor in an A+ engine is clearly stamped on there, Lucas 45D4. But it can't be a D4 because it's got the different drive dog. So what on earth is going on? Has someone rebuilt this distributor, somehow managing to change the internals? Or have we just got a question of having the wrong points in here? So I'm now going to just try changing these points over and see if I can fit this and see if that cures the gap issue. If it doesn't, I've got I've got a backup plan. And this is the third option. This is the Lucas 59D distributor. It's a Chinese copy made by PowerSpark, but it's brand new. It has the correct gearing, good times, and I fully expected this distributor to have these points in. However, on taking the cap off, it's got the more common Lucas red points. You couldn't make it up, could you? Now, there's probably a reason for this. This isn't more common, people know them, they're easier to get hold of. So is that why someone's fitted this base plate and these set of points? But the crucial thing is I can just fit this in the car and forget about it. So we may come back to that if I can't set the original points in this one. I'm going to try rebuilding this one first. If I don't have any luck with that, then this is going in the car. Right, so I'm just removing the points and condenser that I fitted only last week. Fiddly bit towards getting this cable through here, but I want to know. Now, does this fit in here? I have a horrible suspicion it's not going to. No, they're not going to work, they're the wrong points. So this is a Lucas 45D4, but with the wrong drive dog. How bizarre. No, unfortunately I think this distributor's US. It's very badly worn here. I've just refitted these points to prove a point. Just keep an eye on the points gap as I open it and close it. That was quite a big gap there. Much smaller. Smaller again. Then big again. So that distributor's sadly scrapped. Right, so I've just swapped over the Rotron because I prefer using the original Lucas one, so just in the better quality. Remembering that the rotor arm should be pointing at number 1 cylinder, we're just going to try and locate this in the block. Hopefully that'll go in there. So all we can do is go for a test fire. Get the tools out of the way. Okay. The timing needs adjusting straight away. Sorry about that. That's worse. Right, he lives, so I'm going to let it go up to temperature, bleed the cooling system, then we'll have a look at the timing. Thermostat's open, just purging all the air out of the system. That is great news, guys. Incidentally, on Allegro, you're meant to bring the cooling system here. However, these are plastic into alley and they can snap for pastime. So I'm avoiding that by doing this. Obviously you need to bleed from the highest point, which on this engine is here. But if you suspend the cooling tank from there, that is at a higher point, so the air will escape from here, rather than having to disturb something that's been sat for 40 years. We are so close to taking this for a test drive. I cannot wait. But before I do that, we need to check and adjust the timing. We'll put the gun on the crankshaft pulley marks. Make sure that it's set approximately right. I think it's about 10 degrees before top dead centre. We'll lock down the dizzy so that it can't slip. And with some spanners, we'll take it for a test drive. Why am I taking tools with me? Well, you won't know if you set the correct timing until the car is under load on the road. So the best time to do that is on a road test. So should you need to stop on the side of the road, you can quickly adjust the distributor position, lock it down again, and then see how that performs, better or worse. Right, let's do that and then test drive. I've had to time it up by ear because I couldn't get the gun to work properly. I'm not too sure whether it's because I've got silicon HT leads rather than copper ones, but it's not pulsing correctly, so I have to just see how it goes. It starts. Does it drive? Oh, helps if you put it in gear. Moving. Brakes are going to need. George is back on the road. Well done, George. Keep an eye on levels and stuff, but he's rolling. Just going to go to the end of the road and back, then check the levels. Also want to make sure that the cooling fan cuts in as well, because I haven't had that work yet. Seems alright. No nasty plumes of smoke, that's good. It's actually been a few months since I drove George, so it's a bit weird being back behind the car again. But good times indeed. Just remembered I haven't tightened down the bolts on the bonnet yet, but that's fine. Hey, seems alright, no smoke. I'm just going to put him back in the garage just for the second. Yeah, I've got no smoke. We have a running driving car. I'd call that a win. Thank goodness for that. Well done, George. Knew you had it in him. There's still a few things to do yet. We need to recheck the timing. I'll get another gun and do that properly. I think I can hear pinking, so it's not quite. I think it's about right, but it's not quite where it needs to be. And also the exhaust, I noticed it's banging on the floor. That's obviously where it's all been disturbed, so I need to reseat that and make sure that we're not going to get more knocking, because that's quite annoying. And also tighten up the bolts on the bonnet. I forgot to do that. I'm overjoyed. It's been a few days slog, but, and that issue with the water pump this morning, that was a pain in the backside, but never mind. It's holding pressure, it's holding water. We're a running and driving car. Yes, thank you. Right, before I go, guys, because I need a cup of tea and George badly needs a wash, I want to thank each and every one of you for coming along on this journey with me. Thank you for subscribing, thank you for liking the videos, and thank you for commenting. I really do appreciate all the feedback. It doesn't go unnoticed. Right, you will see George again very soon, and me. Until then, I need a cup of tea. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.